in a matter of seconds, absolutely eliminating the fraud. That too, with only just your mobile. So I will take you through the slides, how we are achieving this and what we are doing, and how we are here trying to convince the fintechs and other onboarding or the banks or the social security, whatever is needed, wherever the identity is needed, to embrace this and see the difference. So identity.io is a 8 years old company. We started in the startup. We are registered in the Karnataka startup. And also we have around 2018 we started building this, and we slowly made it into a big product, and we have been around the world for some time now. And we also this is started by two gentlemen, and we have a development center in Spain and India. A very small team, around 50 to 60 people doing the entire thing. And one good thing is that, and the surprise is that at least 20% of them are PhDs in AI. So this is a big strength for us. And everything works. We have developed models for the AI for the last 8 years. And we have done a lot of the searching and then getting the proper data to make our models very strong. And our tagline is that innovate, stable, touchless biometric. It's an identity management solution. So what we say is that we offer a cutting-edge contactless biometric verification using just the mobile phones. I'll tell you what is the idea behind this. And the basic idea when we started this was to three things we took into consideration. One is, how do we eliminate the hardware which is needed for your biometric identification? And because there are a lot of recurring costs, the failures, so you wait for it to be replaced or new device you get. And also there is a lot of fraud is possible through even these devices. And second is that we want to eliminate the passwords completely and the OTPs, so that because they also can be hacked. And this, our solution identifies the fraud at the initial stage itself, and also so that with this you can increase the security and the conversion of the compliance and other aspects. Okay, sorry for the glitch. Now, as per the statistics, there are at least 1 billion people on this planet without any identity. That means they don't have anything to prove that they are who they are. And as I said earlier, at least 40 million US people are affected with the fraud in a year, particular year, and it costing just the US around 52 billion US dollars. We don't need any hi-fi, iPhones or the Android phones, nothing. We just need a simple Android phone or the iPhone with maybe we support as long as 10 years back phones also, and with Android version 6 or the iPhone version 11. And minimum requirement is 2 GB RAM and 5 MP camera and back camera and 1 MP front camera. And the next highlight is that you don't need any internet. That means this helps you. Suppose you are onboarding the customers anywhere in the rural areas where there's no internet or where there's no connectivity, still you can onboard the customers. And then I'll tell you how we do this. We just check the internet. The requirement is once in 2 weeks or 14 days, where we just check to see that whether the person operating or the company operating has the valid license or not. Just for that, and once you get the check, which happens in seconds, then you are again on the go to go and then do the onboarding. And as I said this, no server, we don't store any data. As per the regulations also, you're not supposed to store any data. So we don't store any data. And with this, your infrastructure is completely comes down to almost nil. And we do passive liveliness. And also we match the credentials on the device. So there's nothing going to the server and then trying to match. And all the automatic capture of the person or the information happens in just a matter of seconds. And we have the patent technology, and we have around already till last year we have filed around 150 patents, and we are now at least this year we are aiming at 100 patents. And in some of the areas like finger and all, we have our patent technology. What is some of the problems we take now? As I said earlier, traditional authentic ways like passwords, tokens, or SMSs, they don't guarantee your identity. Anybody can have, if you have this OTP or if you have the password, you can just log in and do whatever you want. And this highly facilitates the data breaches. And quantum computing will break any password. And also deepfake scams. For example, you are seeing a lot of deepfake scams are happening. And they are actually realistic fake audio and video images, which you feel that they are the real persons. And for example, in the US Verizon data breach investigation, when they did, they found out that 70% of the employees use the passwords repeatedly, same passwords. We have 2-3 kinds of combination of passwords that we keep using. And that I think we also do normally, most of the people do that so that it's easy to remember. And also the report suggested staggering 81% of the hacking is related to this biometric and the breaches which are happening to the passwords. And what do we do? We have AI-driven, as I said earlier, is identity assessment solution that really enables you to have a secure and real-time user authentication. And also we verify. So you have on-time, real-time, when you are with the onboarding customer, at the there and then there itself, you have the verification and authentication. And we don't need any special hardware to do that. And all the standard phones which I was speaking earlier, they act as a high assurance biometric devices to combat especially the fraud. And also to streamline the onboarding, for example, banks, fintechs, and the government agencies, or the border security, or the refugee camps, wherever there is involving, there is involvement of the identity verification, and there is money involved there. So what we do, we have the mobile, you come with a Aadhaar card or something, and then we in there scan your Aadhaar cards, get all the information what we need, and then and there we have your face and the finger, palm or iris, depending on the requirement of the bank or the fintech. We capture that. We run like many thousands of parameters check, and we check the liveliness of the person, whether he's alive, dead, or is a spoofed image or AI image or photograph, or is trying to cheat you. And when something happens like that, then we stop the process there. And if everything goes well, and also we tell you that the system tells you that what is the percentage of matching. Suppose the person you have come with your ID card and we are live, we are taking the selfie. I can tell you the system tells you that 90% for matching, 80%, because there may be sometimes you have taken the photo 20 years back and you have come now, so there may be some difference in that. And also the fintechs and the banks have opportunity to say that this is what we want, this we want all the verification should be 90% success. So it depends, it's all configurable parameters. And the liveliness detection happens on the set, as I said. And also this, we are going with high security and encryption protocols. And we have high encryption, nobody can break into this. Only our system, we can understand what's happening inside. And all the commercial SDKs, mobile SDKs, for example, government SDKs or bank SDKs or fintech SDKs, all they can, APIs, apps, and they can integrate our SDKs. Typically what we do is that we have a kind of a simple 4 SDKs. We don't develop apps. We have 4 SDKs, finger, face, palm, iris, and OCR, card reader. And these SDKs, the banks or the fintechs can embed into their systems, in their apps, and then they can carry on from there. And as I said, we have patented AI technologies. We are certified with ISO certified. And also we have the NIST and the FIDO, which they check regularly. We submit our SDKs whenever there is a major improvement or some additions are there, we submit these SDKs, and then these SDKs can get certified by them. So we are very, very confident that, and I can tell you the fault acceptance ratio is 1 in million. That's what is we found out that. So it's still possible that 1 in million you can escape through. What scanners don't do is that scanners cannot prevent you the finger cloning attacks. You can still clone. You can put up the first scanners. You can still get the pass by there. And the device emulators are there. And you can also do the virtual camera attacks. And so what we do is we prevent all these things from using the our technology. So this is simple. This is how we do the finger scanning. And this is the face scanning where we do the liveliness check and all. And what we do is that once the face scanning is done, we can give you templates on any of the formats needed. The templates can be taken by the bank app. And then in turn, the templates are passed on to the national ID, like Aadhaar or country dependent. And they check and get back to you saying that is the truth or true or false, whether the identity is real or false. And okay, and then QR code. For example, you have suppose you have a face and a finger, we can develop into a bio QR code, which you can put it anywhere you want, so that the whole data is kept secret and is not visible to the operators. As I said, we have the certificates from different agencies to prove that. And from stealth to scale, so we have served industries across, like government industries, law enforcement, like for example, we are also trying with the US law enforcement agencies and different law enforcement agencies in the worldwide. And also the travel for the visas or seamless traveling across the airports, and also banks and financial institutions, telecommunications for issuing SIMs, reissuing and other things, and also anywhere where identity is needed. So we have the mobile biometrics, identity document processing, which is the OCR, and biometric identity management system also we have. And finally, we have the digital, which we can convert into digital. And so these are some of the awards we got in the last years, NASCOM award and the India Stage Award and different awards we got as a startup. And yeah, mostly why we are better? Because our revolution is how the identity management is done, authentication is done, and we are cost effective, and there's no need for you to install anything, and it's a disruptive innovation, because many people have doubts, whether still we can go ahead or not, and it's a secure compliance. So high value authorizations can be done with these things, phones, and you can do anything with with the kind of infrastructure we have, and we are providing the solution. And thank you very much for this short opportunity given to me. And if I have a small stall here, maybe if anybody interested, you can come and have a look at maybe I can try to provide you more details and the demo. Thank you very much.
Can we have a clap in the house, audience? Yes? So we'll give you your main character moment. If you can stand for a picture and capture the moment, we'll have a picture clicked to capture your conversation. Thank you very much, sir, once again for starting this event on a very, very good note.